good opportunities come your way. You've got to have your ears and eyes open, and and good people bring out good opportunities. So I think it basically started there. And post-pandemic, I think that 2, 3 years, 4 years that we were not doing anything, you saw a whole lot of young entrepreneurs and founders come up. And I backed one or two that time, and you worked. And when something works, you feel wow. And being an actor, otherwise, from a business perspective, before I was an actor, everything I touched turned gold. But after I became an actor, everything I touched turned to dust because I couldn't focus on it. And I wanted to do the business myself, kept a team, but that team doesn't work like the way you want them to because your presence is not there. And this being not there for months together doesn't help the business grow. And it kept failing. It was only when I met these young founders and I realized they are pros at what they do. I'm good at a particular job, and if I can back them and if we can create magic together, it will work, and that it's worked. It's a new high for every actor today. First, you would have never heard of actors as entrepreneurs, or X has made a beautiful investment, Y has made an even better investment, and they're doing so well. It's because of these young ideas and young founders that we get an opportunity. For others, for me, it was always real estate. It was real estate that kept me alive. I knew there was something good happening. I invested, let it wait, especially land, let it wait, and then it grew. I grew, and people said, "Wow, he's a great entrepreneur," which is not true. It's something just happened by the way. But like I said, in an actor, you get a tag, and that's why you're sitting here with some of the major achievers who deserve to be sitting here actually.
So, do you draw any parallel, between choosing a movie script and choosing which business you'll back? Can you draw any parallel there?
Yeah, everything needs a good team. Everything needs a good script, which is a product. It's about what is missing and what problem can I take care of. So whether it's the entertainment business or whether it's entrepreneurship, you've got to see what your end audience wants. Your ideas may be brilliant, but does it resonate with the end user? Is it making a difference to them? Does it change their life? And that's what happened during the pandemic. It changed people's life. You had moms and housewives become entrepreneurs, and today they are still leading with all the little brands that they've grown. Unfortunately, also everybody looks at it like unicorn. Thankfully, those days are over, where every founder thought he'd be a unicorn. What India needs is a million millionaires, and not necessarily a billionaire, because those billions can support so many more people. And that's, if you want to see your country progress, you want to see the states progress, and on the whole growth, then it's got to be these millionaires who will make the difference.
So during your show, you had met a lot of young startup founders. What is it that you feel that today's generation has that is inspiring, that really touches you?
They're focused. They're absolutely focused. They want to come up with something new. They're exciting. They're risk takers. They are very clear about what they can do, what they want to achieve. So, when you're focused and you know what you're doing, and there's a perfect balance. I mean, I won't say a perfect balance because there is no perfect balance in life, but a perfect balance of work and semi-perfect, close to perfect balance of work, play, family, and growth. And when you have great investors backing them, they can absolutely create magic. I just did a show called Bharat Ke Super Founders, and people say these shows, platforms don't necessarily give money. We gave out 138.44 crores within a period of a week. That's serious money, and backed by investors who've already done their rounds of investment. And I feel a million such platforms and shows are needed. So India has that potential, and interior India had such amazing founders and products that I was in a state of shock. I was, for the first time, I thought, why did I play host here? If I could be host and investors, I would have just piggybacked with some of the great investors and moved ahead and probably done well for myself.
Taking from what you said, it's very interesting to see your LinkedIn page. It's like a Bible for founders, for people who want to start something today. What exactly got you onto that sort of writing?
Because I couldn't express otherwise. I don't understand the internet otherwise. And I keep feeling, am I doing too much? And it's a virtual world. Everybody's faking everything. Should I also be faking it? Should I be giving my best look through a filter? Should I be saying that I'm eating this to be healthy and not what mom and mana cooks every day at home? Aren't the 28 states and 9 union territories that are there in our country and have such amazing greens and food enough for to be healthy? So I was always confused, and that's why you see I'm not very popular probably there as much as I got appreciated in LinkedIn. LinkedIn because I spoke about failure. Every time, even today, it's about what is important and how do we, by the end of our journey, realize what is important. Can we understand that earlier in life, which I see a lot of the younger generation, and that's why I salute to them. Can they manage a certain balance? For me today, it's family and it's health. Business comes probably third, and friends also come third or fourth, because you have to prioritize. Is it just me and my friends, or is it me and my grandchild? How much time do I have with her? What can I missed a lot of Tia growing up because I was on the set. Can I watch her grow up? How does she grow up? Did she up and walk? And a lot of fathers actually don't know that. We've asked questions. A lot of us are, because we are trying.
Post were written that, failure somewhere taught you how to be a good investor.
Absolutely. Which is very, very true, because you learn what the mistakes that you make. अरे ये नहीं करना चाहिए था, ये ठीक होगा, ये प्रोडक्ट ही गलत था, या लॉन्च ही गलत होगी, टाइमिंग गलत होगी. जैसे फिल्म आज धुरंधर रिलीज हुई है, it's hitting every show out of the park. Any other film that comes during this time will be trouble. So it's not that the other film is probably a bad film. Timing would be wrong. जब सुनामी आ रही है तो आप बाहर बिना कपड़े के घूमने की कोशिश कर रहे हो तो आप भी उड़ जाओगे ना. So I think everything is about timing. Everything is about understanding, the market and then playing.
So, 3 advice if you had to give your kids, like you were talking about how you wish that there were few things you knew early in your life. So, today's generation as well as your kids, what would those 3 things be?
I think consistency. Everybody says discipline, discipline, discipline. I said consistently. Whatever you do be boringly consistent at it till you believe that, I'm moving ahead. Then of course, always discipline. People. It's not about an idea. We all have our minuses, but we've got to understand what do I need to cover and what do I need to put up. You can't live two lives together there. So I think little things that matter.
We love you for how you present yourself, and tell us about your upcoming projects. That will be interesting to hear.
I've got I just finished the show Bharat Super Founders, which I'm super excited about because I feel we've made an impact, and I met some amazing founders and some amazing investors, tycoons as we call them on the show. So much to learn from them, so much to learn from them. How strategic investment is very, very important. I'm finishing a show called the series of Welcome, called Welcome to the Jungle. It's actually a jungle, of some of the finest anchors we have in the country. So, an absolute love ride. I started another film and a very, very interesting show that I was supposed to start by the end of this month, but because of the situation in the Middle East, they pushed it a little bit. It's called The Falcons of Majlis, which is a show on about investors and startups, but in the UAE part of it. So I see a great opportunity for our founders to showcase their products there, and vice versa. So, this whole India UAE pact, if it can work brilliantly, it will be brilliant for both. At the same time, investors from there to come, bringing investment into the country, and founders to have 150 million people and access to their products.
Very interesting, and we're looking forward to that whenever the situation gets under control.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Peace has to.
Yes, it has to. And if you have to write a book on your life, what are the chapters that will be your favorite, and what do you think will name the book?
अगर मैं कर सकता हूँ तो कोई भी कर सकता है. A small town boy born in a little place called Mulki, who's sitting here today, thanks to dad at the age of 9, believing that he can run away and do something with his life, which means nothing is impossible. And how important it is for all of us, especially to get back to our roots, to make sure that our children know where we come from. So making sure that you're connected to your roots is probably what my book would be all about, which automatically then talks about discipline, respect, love for the country, for everything that matters, and why karma does work.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and had a lovely conversation.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Kalpana. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe you'll agree with me that so many of us know Sunil Shetty, the persona. And so we ask that you please remain with us stage to receive the honor. Congratulations once again. It's a highly coveted category and a special. And with that, we move